Hey guys, so it's one of these videos. Today I'm going to talk about the things that I just can't seem to wrap my head around in gaming. It's pretty much a list of my pet peeves, essentially. So, I got some more Quake 2 gameplay in the background, and I will post some of Modern Warfare 3 if I run out of it, because I don't really have that much Quake 2 gameplay left. So, let's start this list. Okay, number one is definitely lazy skill level balance. I hate when developers don't seem to really try to make a gap between like the hardest difficulty setting compared to the last one. I don't like when developers just increase health and damage. Like, that's what most people seem to expect if you're playing an action game, but I always feel like that way of route is lazy unless it's really noticeable though. Like in Halo Reach, when you go to heroic to legendary, it's definitely a huge gap between like the increasement of health and damage. I also don't like if it's the same skill level without any save points or checkpoints. That doesn't necessarily mean it's harder, it's just more punishing, and there's really no reason why you should even play that skill level too. Like, all you gotta do is practice the levels and you'll eventually beat it by playing the lower skill level. Even there is an incremental damage and health to your enemies, it's still really lazy in my eyes. I've always liked how Halo or Doom handled the skill levels. Halo totally makes the AI a lot more smarter and deadlier overall, but it also changes the environment. Like, your Marines start to suck on legendary difficulty compared to heroic, and in certain location you don't get a certain weapon right away for that specific part, which does make that part a lot more challenging. Same thing for Doom, like in Icon of Sin. If you play Doom 2 on Hurt Me Plenty, you get 4 invulnerabilities on that section, but on Ultraviolence, there's 0 of those things. That change alone really makes this part a lot more intense and stimulating. I also like how Doom increases more enemies, which is something we don't really see in a lot of games I've been noticing in today's time. I hope to see more of that because it's always nice to fight a lot of dudes on your screen. So yeah, that's number one, and my next one is not holding up to date. So basically, when I buy a game, I want it to hold up well as time progresses because, well, I generally keep my games, and that means I will come back to them eventually, and if I find out that it doesn't hold up that well, it's pretty disappointing, really. I basically wasted money in a way. I bought a game that was only temporarily great, but it's not going to be a permanent experience where I will come back and always enjoy it. So therefore, it kind of defeats the purpose of keeping that game in a way if you really think about it. Now for the third part, this part annoys me. I always hate when I enjoy a game and there's that one level that's there to annoy you, or just like, you know, it's there to really turn around your entire experience. Like in Halo 3, a lot of people hated Cortana, which I didn't think it was that bad, but in Doom 2, I couldn't stand the Chasm, and in Duke 3D, I couldn't stand Fusion Station. I mean, oh my god, that level. That level in general, it just sucks. Like, the music and the flow of the game, of the map, it's just not good. I always, hate those levels that's there to really make the game unenjoyable to play. Like, why, man? I'm enjoying majority of the content, but all of a sudden, it starts to troll on you, which is just plain weird. I absolutely think this idea needs to be forever gone and vanished, period. Now here's the last part, which is basically tacked on features. I don't understand why Infinity Ward or Treyarch even put campaign in their Call of Duties when it's clearly that most people play multiplayer when it comes to those shooters. I mean, I remember Treyarch wanted players to hop on to multiplayer, and that's pretty much a clear fact that COD is really more of a multiplayer game. I'm sure every single player gamer or enthusiast will not like Call of Duty for many reasons, and I don't think I need to explain why. And that's where I really think outside of the box. If Call of Duty or Battlefield doesn't have a single player component, wouldn't the games be cheaper? But of course no, EA and Activision, they want that green, so we have to have some campaign that no one really cares about or is really not going to increase the replayability of the game.